Come on, let's kick in high
Okay.
gear. Giggity, giggity, go.
Okay. So I'm playing the Padded Cell video, not Tomb of the Terrible, right?
Yes, it is Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. The day before Monday, but the day after Saturday.
Exactly. Well, here goes nothing. Let's see if I get it right.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the mic.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Where's the button? Oh, she locked up? I might be in here all by myself. Help. But, you know what? I can get rid of this. Well, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. What the heck? Hold on. Oh, I know what I did. I'm so sorry. Anybody that's here, I am usually not in charge of this wonderful stuff. So let me kick this over. Hey, and welcome to the Padded Cell. I don't know what happened to Jenny. Usually she's in charge of the whole thing, and there was just me and Jenny in the back room talking. Next thing you know, it says that here we are running, and I am by myself. So until Jenny gets back, you guys have to deal with me. But it is a wonderful Padded Cell, and it is Sunday. So let me just tell you right now that Padded Cell, we can talk about anything. And honestly, Chain Your Talent Secrets is where I talk about the haunt industry, and Padded Cell is where I talk about everything, including the haunt industry. So as we are waiting for, and there I go with something else. Hold on here. Everybody's trying to get a hold of me. But, well, there's Jenny. She just got to make it in here. There she is. I was stalling and I went and I dropped the ball and everything. I kept on wondering what was going on. Here I am.
Just dropped
Boy.
completely.
Boy. Oh
Hi.
my gosh.
Welcome to Padded Cell, where life happens. Tom Dog, we love you with all our hearts and souls, and we are happy you're here.
That was too good. Because here I am with the whole thing up, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Why are we not doing anything? Okay, hold on. So I got rid of the background instead of getting rid of, the picture in the front. So I totally messed up. This is why we have Jenny, and Jenny is a wonderful person. Don't let me in charge of nothing. Anybody that's watching this is probably absolutely having a heyday, just realizing that, things are not going smooth. Nope,
T-Mobile?
things are not going smooth.
T-Mobile is not having a good night, guys.
Oh, it was, dude. I actually had to take out my fake eyes. Seriously,
Oh,
I was
wow.
like,
It's like, what's going on? Well, Jenny disappeared. Damn it.
no kidding.
So-
Hey, I know that guy. That's young
Let's see.
Frankenstein.
That is not the one I had up. When I reset, it gave me the wrong picture.
So this is what I was looking like in the back, and I was like, this doesn't look right. She's not moving. So I real quick had to pop my eyes out just so I could get back to normal and figure out what was going on. And then you disappeared. Then I disappeared. Then my phone rang, kicked me off of this, and I had to come back. And boy, it's been fun. And you know what? Usually I have my headphones on. That way there is not interruptions. But you know what? It is one of those days. I'm going to turn them on now.
Yes.
So
And
there we go.
My nibbling Alex has made this gorgeous, creepy picture. And I'm going to show it off every chance I get because I am so proud of that kid.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're trying so hard. But anyway, back to the show. I don't know what the show is about.
Us losing our minds.
Okay. Did you like to did you build forts as a kid?
No, not really. I mean, I was more of a sandcastle kid.
Okay. So how did
And-
you go from sandcastles to building haunts?
Oh, because I didn't fit in, and the criteria was just so much better on the haunted side.
I agree wholeheartedly. I still
And
build forts.
if you don't believe me that I didn't fit in as a kid, just look at how I am as an adult.
I love how you are as an adult. You're one of the greatest gifts I've ever been given as a friend. I
Yeah,
love
well,
all your weird, and I'm grateful I get to be a part of it.
I am so grateful I am exactly who I am now. And I just can't begin to tell people how awesome I have so many wonderful friends. And yeah, I'm just so excited of how everything's been going. And I just I'm also happy last night that I started training my niece how to scare. Yeah. And now I talk to my sister-in-law, and my other niece on my wife's side is going to be coming and coming next year. And we're going to teach her some stuff.
That is so epic.
By the way, this absolute whole thing that I got going on right now, I blame on my father. And I do, because he used to take quarters, stick them in his eyes, and go, and he would just joke around. And for a long time, I had these sitting down here waiting for a padded cell, and the last padded cell I wasn't able to be part of. So now, yeah. By the way, I can see, but it is the absolute in tube vision. Do I recommend anybody doing this? Absolutely not. You could hurt your eyes. Do I recommend myself doing it? Not when I'm driving.
Please, for the love of God, don't do it while you're driving. And I did build forts as a kid and I helped build actual buildings. And now I still build forts with my kids. Luckily, I don't have to build any buildings at the moment. So
I had to move furniture yesterday. I hate moving furniture. Absolutely despise it. You have to be the best friend in the world to me for me to move stuff or me to hook up your stuff. But I will tell you what,
Okay.
I did it for 7 years. And when I did it for 7 years, I hated it. Well, actually, it was 8 years. And I
And
hated
I
moving it so bad that now it's just absolutely one of those things that I just, yeah, don't like doing it.
I totally understand because you, from what I understand, you found some of the crazy of craziest.
Oh boy, yeah. It's always fun to see one of my friends move into an apartment or a house or something, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come over?" It's like, okay, I see the address. It's like, I think I know that house. I get there, it's like, I don't want to go in this house. I remember what was in that house. Oh well, tell me the backstory. No, you like the place? Yeah, it was cheap, right? Yeah, and just enjoy it because I'll tell you what, you don't want to know the story.
Oh yeah. So, if you were ghost haunting people, would it change from the way you haunt people now?
Um, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because there's a difference between haunting and attachment. And I believe that ghosts that are here actually have a attachment problem and they are attached to something. And absolutely, haunting here is being able to read people, it's psychological. Um, a haunting other place is trying to get a message across, or and that's the thing, we're in October. Why not talk about ghosts? Why not talk about this and that? There's a lot of people that say they see ghosts. There's a person that came to our haunt last weekend, not this weekend, last weekend. um, and she said, I know that you have over there, that table is real, and there is a spirit attached to it, and they like where they're at now versus where they have been. It's like, okay, well, I'm glad we actually have a tombstone, and you know, I'm sure there's things and people that are attached to things that won't even let you know that they're there, just because it's so faint. Um, some haunt houses, they are actually haunted, so one I worked at, I swear up and down it was haunted because I swear up and down I seen a shadow person running down the trail.
I would definitely.
I'm so glad that you didn't freeze. I was like fearing the worst again.
No, I had the door open, so I was listening to you and talking to them.
Oh,
But I've heard tales of haunter of like ghosts haunting for fun, and
yeah.
others haunting the way they do because they're mad or sad or stuck in a rut.
Displacement.
I
That's
would.
that is the one thing that I can clearly say for a lot of things is it's displacement. And when we talk about haunts and we talk about actual haunted houses and this and that, I feel like displacing is a big key factor. There's something that holds you there. There's something that keeps you there, and there's just always that going to be that vibe. I mean, when I was younger, I'm not going to lie. I had people that would talk to me that wasn't there, and when you're a little kid and you describe somebody to someone else, it's like, oh, it's an imaginary person. But the things I was saying to the things I was doing took that imaginariness out of it, and I did lose that after a while. And there is a lot of people that say that children can sense it a lot better. I can honestly tell you that the way I look at it is a child's mind is not stressed out by the world. If the world is not being stressful towards a child, the child's mind can be open a lot more to these things. It is when we start closing the doors and having that child's mind focus on this instead of this broad spectrum, I feel like that's when everything becomes too stressful and you can lose that. Now, do I swear up and down I hear things? Absolutely, I swear I do. And when it comes down to haunted places and this and that, I don't like whispers. I don't like sounds that sound like somebody whispering something. I don't like laying down in my own bed or someplace else and hearing something. And the thing is, what happens is you're relaxed, you're falling asleep, this and that. You hear something, no one else is around you, but you hear something. Is this your imagination, or is it that you're actually hearing something? And as soon as you start trying to focus on what it is, your brain snaps that off because it goes high gear. And that's one of the things, I don't have the answers. Um, Official science and documentation has never been able to prove, hey, this is exactly what you're knowing and what you're hearing and this and that. And that it's one of those things you don't know. There's so many more questions on stuff than you have a true answer for. So then you have all these people that come up with stories, legends, and all this goody stuff. And do you know what you know? Well, that's when you get all these stories. And we love bringing up these stories around this time of the year because this time of the year actually is the transition. It is the transition between the major hot to the major cold. Everything's cooling down, but you still get those spikes. It also is the transition between the trees. The trees are changing. The fields are being collected. And I love all the pumpkin stories. I love all the monster stories and this and that. And a lot of people bring those up this time of year. And that's why Halloween is such a big thing. I mean, yeah, we love the tradition of Christmas. We love the traditions of this and that. And that's the thing. Your tradition and my tradition is two different things. The way you heard something told by someone is going to be totally different than me.
Okay.
but go ahead.
I brought up the question because I brought up 214 good questions to ask a friend because we're both trying to figure out what to actually have the show on. And I was just going down the list. Okay.
Oh.
And second, I love the idea of haunting a person just to play with them. And I would swear my grandmother does that to mom and will just move things around just to mess with her. Because in life, she would do things just to mess with her. Like, she would sleep with her hands over her chest. And she put flowers in them one time. And she woke up and she found peonies in her hands. So I would love to. It would be like the coolest thing for grandma to still be messing with her. 3, my kid we had not told her what happened to grandpa. Had not told her anything about grandpa other than grandpa has passed away. That's why he can't come play with you. And then she comes and she tells us how grandpa died because he told her why he can't play with her and what happened to him. And then she comes back and I got some mean looks because it's like, how could you tell her that? I'm like, I can't tell her something I don't know. So it's not my fault. I didn't know what happened. I knew he was dead. I didn't know how. And dude, there was a fourth one and I forgot. And because it was a lot. What was the last thing you said? Oh, the time of year. I believe that it doesn't matter that it's Halloween. Or, yes, the veil is supposed to be thinner. But I also believe that haunts can happen all year long. If they actually really want to talk to you, they're going to talk to you.
You're right. So, before we jump into all your questions, I know me and you talk about how my haunt is doing and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I just got information from Facebook, and Facebook is usually how you get your information about our haunt. um,
Okay.
let's play a game, shall we?
Okay.
Out of everyone, okay. I'm going to give you the differences, okay? So you got 18 to 24, 25 to 20 or 34, keep on going up that rank, okay? 5 year increments until you get into the 65. Number 1, question for you real quick, Friday. Who do you think is doing research on my haunted house the most? Do you think it's the what age group do you think is doing the most research on my haunt house on my Facebook?
Either the 17 to 18-year-old range or closer to the 30-year-olds.
Oh, so that is absolutely, well, I guess it's not the every 5, it's every 10. Anyway, that is where I would feel that, yeah, it is. But you're absolutely incorrect. It is the 35 to 44-year-olds that are doing the most research and looking at my Facebook. So if we look at our gens and this and that, congratulations, 35 to 40-year-olds. We must be trying to figure out what we're doing with our kids, because that's usually the age that you actually have kids that are teenagers or, in that age range. That makes sense. Okay. Now, next question I have for you is, who is winning on doing this research? Is it the men or the women?
The women?
It is the women. And it is not a 50-50 or a 45 to 55. Oh no. It is 72.30% versus 27.70% is the difference. And to me, I know that you guys are on your Facebooks a lot, but usually I did not think it would be that big of a difference that the women are actually looking at Facebook and looking at these haunted houses. I really didn't. So you know what? If you're watching and you're in my neck of the woods here in Midwest Ohio area, thank you very much for bumping my numbers up. And number 1 is Sydney. Number 2 is Wapak. 3 is our hometown that we're actually in, which kills me. Number 4 is in the St. Mary's area. St. Mary's, that kills me too, because St. Mary's, that's where my son is. And the last one is Anna, which is our south neighbor. Our address is actually in Anna, but we're actually in the village of Botkins. So that's why I wanted to throw at you, since we had a couple of questions. Now, continue your questions with me.
Two seconds.
Really sound. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. Justin!
Okay.
Ah, dude, check that out. Justin, how you doing, buddy boy? I'm really glad to see you actually catching me on this wonderful, wonderful Sunday here.
If you could create an instrument, what would the instrument be?
A new type of scare whistle, like a scream whistle. We have the Aztec death whistle, but you know what? I feel like one could be created that was even worse than that.
That would be so much fun to hear, and probably frightening, because that other thing, the Aztec whistle, can be kind of frightening to some people.
Well, you know what? Horns are a musical instrument. So maybe a new horn gun that plays like the Dukes of Hazard as the clown comes over you as he is like chasing you down the street.
If you could be any household item, and what would it be?
You know what? I let me flip that around and just tell you the one item that I would never want to be is actually a toilet because I get enough shit as it is. Sweet. If you come up to Ohio, you can absolutely scare at Chainers. I would be more than happy for you to come up and scare with us, buddy. You're a big guy. It would be an honor having you chasing little people around.
If you could have an entire barrel of one food, what would it be?
One. Okay. I know what everybody's going to say. Yep. If you really know me, you're going to know that everybody's going to say it would have to be the Ponderosa meatballs. And I'm sorry to tell you, you are incorrect. It's the Ponderosa meatballs with the gravy. You got to put the gravy in there. Such a fat joke. Funny. Such a fat question. I like hot wings too.
So, what is your cartoon crush?
My what cartoon crush?
Yes.
All right. You're going to go there. I'm going to give you a truthful answer. Okay. It is actually going to be April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles. That was my cartoon crush. I thought she was the bomb when I was younger. And meow. Brandon says meow. You know what, Brandon? I just want you to know right now, we were talking just the other day about this granny panty dropping cake. And the whole story with the granny the granny panty dropping cake. We were at the field and we were talking about the granny panty dropping cake. So thank you for stopping in here, man. We're going to have a hell of a day. I got a whole bunch of people that are like saying hi to me.
Yes, and that is awesome.
So what's your next question? Are we talking about what my favorite songs are now, or I mean, where are we going here?
They're all over the place.
If you're a lucky person that's been in the vehicle with me, you've been listening to Hanta, the song, and it is exactly what you think it is. It is a song made from the animated Japanese animated porn, and it's all the sounds into a song. It's a very, very wonderful, delicious cake indeed, sir. Delicious cake indeed. It brings all the grannies to the yard, and they're like, I want some. Here, hold my dentures. I'm going for another bite.
Which celebrity would you like to be your best friend?
What's that?
Which celebrity would you like to be your best friend?
Oh, dude, we would have to wake her up from dead. I would have loved to have been best friends with that wonderful comedian actress, Betty White.
That would have been amazing.
Oh, yes. Betty and me had a lot of things in common. And she was almost 100 when she passed away. And I cried so hard I took a week off of work. And my boss said, no, you took off a week because I had COVID. Sir, I would like to argue with you. I might have had COVID, but I was mourning a death.
Alrighty, what is your ultimate comfort food?
Oh, um. So I am going to real quick take a comment or take a moment, and I'm going to send our live here straight to a friend because she will laugh her head off if I can get her to watch our live real quick and she can actually see this. Because as soon as I tell you what it is, you're going to ask me what it is. And I want you to know it is actually a legit thing. And I am very always happy to have a dinner with a whole bunch of wonderful people that all make their versions of this wonderful delicacy. So let me send that to her. And if she starts watching, that would be amazing. If not, she'll get a kick out of it when we talk about it tomorrow on the phone. I know it sounds weird, but there is a thing called garbage.
Oh my god, yes.
It is so hilarious what garbage is, because when I talk to a lot of people about what garbage is, they come up with so many different things of what garbage is. And actually there is a thing called uh, a garbage night or a garbage potluck night. Um, the rule on garbage night, and I'm not talking about the trash that you throw outside. I'm talking about your food. Um, the rule of garbage is that you made something that tastes so wonderful, but looks horrible. And one of the things that I actually made was garbage. Me and my son actually made it not too long ago. We took chicken legs and we marinated them for 24 hours. All right. Then we went ahead and we threw them into flour. Then we threw them in the egg and we threw them back into flour mixed with some stuff. We deep fried those. And as soon as the temperature got exactly where it needed to be, they were almost jet black. They looked like they were horrible. They looked like you better throw it out. My friend made this recipe for me, or my friend made this recipe. He threw out 2 batches before he realized I might want to try this third one because he thought they were overcooked, burnt, everything was destroyed. And he looked at me and said, I can't believe this. And I said, isn't that delicious? And he goes, it looks horrible. If you can just close your eyes and take a bite, you will be in a better place. And it's true. It's absolutely true.
At the restaurant where we get garbage plates, they had a bed of French fries, and then they'd put different toppings on top of it that you could pick from the menu, and you could make your garbage plate however you want, but you always had the bed of French fries, and then you could put like the bacon, the cheese, the sausage gravy, the whatever you wanted on top, because you could have chicken tenders, sausage gravy, and barbecue pulled pork, and that could be your garbage plate. You could add just about anything you could think of. That is what I pictured when you said garbage, and I'm like, garbage plate. Ah.
Right. Yeah. Ours is a totally different one. And let me see if I can grab something. I'll throw it on here. And then I'll delete it. Because no one will ever want to try. And it doesn't want to pull it up for me. Oh, what a party foul. It is a wonderful picture of this chicken that looks so terrible. And apparently my computer does not want me to show even my chicken.
And you sent me in a message?
I did not send it to you in a message. Actually, I can. Give me a sec here. You're As you can see, I have no train of thought. I have nothing running through my system that is caffeinated. And I am not regretting that decision.
Well, I don't have anything caffeinated. I've been trying to rehydrate. I cannot drink more water, so I have things like peach tea and Gatorade at the moment.
There you go. I sent it to you. You're going to look at it and go, that looks horrible. But it was so good. Oh, man. In fact, we have our minions from the field, and they have requested chicken legs. And I don't see why I can't deep fry chicken legs, why they are running around scaring the piss out of people.
No, that would be amazing. Dude, fried chicken sounds amazing at the moment.
Kid you not, that is the garbage chicken. That absolutely does not look edible, does it?
No, actually, it does look edible. It's just looks like it's kind of overdone.
It's not.
So yeah,
It's not. It's done at the proper. What happens is the marinade is what gives it that color. And I'm not going to lie, it was some good marinade. So, next question. I love to swing for the stars. And I know that my friends, if they're still watching me here, they like to hear about me. And I can even give you the sexy voice tonight because my voice came back.
and that is a good thing. What is your favorite physical feature?
That I don't quite qualify for looking like I got hit by a bus.
You know what? That's mine too.
But you know what? Brandon, if you're still there, I know you want some of this.
Okay. I have an idea. It's your turn to ask me 5 questions.
Oh! Let's see here. So what you tell me is you want me to stop talking about myself. Well, that's perfectly fine. Okay. What is a moment that you said this is a bad decision that turned out to be such a wonderful decision?
Well,
That's the name of Alice in Alice in Wonderland.
I thought I'd made a bad decision by spending so much time talking to different publishing companies and after a con and I knew I wasn't at the level that some of them thought I should be, but apparently Patty was like, you know what, you're a good level, come join us. And that led me, an anime convention led me to here. So
Nice.
talking to publishing companies, I thought I had made a bad mistake because I was expecting lots of no's.
All right. That makes sense. Okay. Here's a good one. Are you ready? So, Friday, I want you to finally figure out and tell me. I need you to tell the world which is better, Coca-Cola or Pepsi. And we could go Coca-Cola products or Pepsi products. Either one.
If I had to choose by those 2 particular sodas, I would choose Pepsi. If I had to choose in general soda that I would drink all the time, I'm torn between Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew.
Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah, those are the ones I'm torn between. I keep swapping.
You know, at some time when Dr. Pepper was created, you do know that was supposed to be a fix-all, right?
Mhm.
2 Dr. Peppers a day, No kidding. 2 Dr. Peppers a day was supposed to be a fix-all for a lot of things. But yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
So, let's go for a next.
next.
Ooh, I got a great one. Okay, we're going to talk about beef. You ready? How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare?
Ooh, okay. I like that. You know what was going to happen if that was not a good answer? I'm just telling you. That's a good answer though. Yeah. Actually, a lot of people, even dietitians, will tell you that that is a good thing due to the fact that you are not cooking all of the vitamins and minerals out of your cook or your meat. Let's see here. Now I'm going to ask a good question here. All right. Are you a truck person? Okay. What is the reason that you like trucks?
Spending so much time in semis as a child.
Okay, you're talking about semi trucks. I was talking about pickup trucks. But that's fine.
No, well, I love pickup trucks. That's where my love of trucks came from.
Oh, okay.
It was one of the few times I would get to spend long periods of time with my father.
All right, that's good. That's good. I love trucks, but it's not the style of the truck or this and that. It is the capability of the truck. Absolutely. You can slap whatever you want. You can slap an oval on it. You can slap a animal on the front. You can do this, you can do that. I don't care. It's the capabilities of the truck and how you can modify that truck into doing something that is not regular and normal. That is my obsession with trucks. It is not, ooh, look at that. It is, ooh, how did they do that? But
yeah,
I think I got one more question in here, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Since I asked you a couple food questions, the last one's going to be a good food question. All right. But your backdrop is perfect for this food question. All right. You ready? So, what do you want on your tombstone?
Dude, if you could choose toppings on your tombstone, that would be great. I normally get the Supreme, but my favorite toppings on a pizza are the pepperoni, the bacon, the banana peppers, and the onions. But since you can't, I buy the Supreme tombstone. Literally.
So I have some friends that passed away, and they were in tombstones, and they made tombstones, and they're the ones you would go to get your gravestone made. They actually showed a picture that this guy actually had. Oh yeah, good truck. So there was actually a picture that they showed me. It was a tombstone with someone's name on it, this and that, and you looked at it, and it was engraved in it pepperonis, mushrooms, banana peppers. And on the back of it was actually a list of what they would have on their tombstone pizza. The guy took it. Absolutely. How about peppers. So I think that's my 5 questions. I'm not reading from a list. So now You get 5 questions. I got a feeling you got a list up though. Cheater. So I can say this. You cheater.
214 different questions.
All right.
But this isn't on the list.
Ooh,
How
let's
did you
go.
and Lolly meet?
How did me and that's good. So I actually have a picture of Lolly when we first met. I do. And she wore one of my masks that I was wearing, a plastic one. And she's actually in this picture choking her boyfriend at the time. I was actually absolutely amazed at her. And you want to talk about love at first sight? I actually got over to my buddy's house where they were, and I kept on staring at her. I knew I was going to get my ass in trouble. So I flat out lied to him so I could leave because I didn't want to cause problems. It's not my fault. My friend at the time, he was talking, and I said, hey, I got to leave. And he said, oh, okay, well, hopefully everything's okay. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I took off. And I thought, well, that's the last time I'm ever going to see her. Didn't say nothing to her, didn't really talk to her, didn't do anything. And he came and got a hold of me one time and start accusing her of a bunch of things and said that she was cheating on him and this and that. And I had to actually tell him, look, dude, I am sorry to tell you this, but I don't believe you one bit. I was having problems with him being a friend before that, but that really, kind of sealed the deal on a lot of things. And told him, I said, maybe perhaps you can do better. Find something better. Fast forward a couple of years. Didn't think I would ever find her. Found her on Facebook. Messaged her. Got no response. Messaged her again. No response. Then I went to go on this date with this girl. She went to double date. She had a friend. I had a friend. Okay, we double dated. Her friend was April. And my friend liked the girl I went on the date with. So wait, I'm more attached to this one. So I talked to her, and when I talked to her, it just really didn't do nothing. Absolutely didn't do nothing. She wanted nothing of me, which, you know what? I don't blame her. I'm look at this. Who would want this? Who would want any of me? So I totally got it. And I wasn't giving up, though. Finally, I looked at her and said, hey, work for a haunted house. You think you want to come back into the back and scare people? Sure, we'll give it a shot. So, absolutely, got better and better. And she started hanging out with me. And then I flat out told her, I said, look, I can't handle having the thought that you're going to be with someone else. You need to be with me. And she told me no so many times. And then finally she said, well, if you're going to be this strong about it, absolutely. So me and her got together, and then we started dating, and she swears up and down I was stalking her. I wasn't exactly stalking her because I worked as furniture moving in that town. So it wasn't exactly stalking her, but you know what? She had a quiet street, so it was really nice just to park the truck there and do my paperwork. I used to actually park my truck down the street and do my paperwork, but I started doing it in front of her house, just hoping that, I would be able to see her or she'd be able to see me. So, yeah. Then she, when I proposed to her, she smacked me really hard. When I said, will you marry me? She smacked me really hard and told me I lied to her. And I should have never lied to her and this and this and this. Her friend said, "Do you know what he just said?" And she goes, "No, what did he say?" And she said, "He just asked you to marry him." And she looked at me and then she said yes. But she didn't hear that because I lied to her. I said I wasn't going to be there and I wouldn't have been able to make it and I had to work over. And anybody that knows me in my real life, I work way too much. So yeah, that's my life. Does anybody really care? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you know what? Now you know. Me and Lolly have been together thick and thin. We drive each other nuts. She's not me. I'm not her. I cannot sleep and sleep for 5 years. But there again, I'm not her and she's not me. And she doesn't like going out to a whole bunch of functions I do. She's learning and she does a lot more better on things. But yeah, she's quiet. I'm not. Sorry. Maybe I should be quiet. Should I be quiet? No, okay. I'll just go back to my regularness. And I'm sorry if you guys ever have to turn down your volume because I'm here. I am so sorry. But there are other people on this podcast that they are higher volume than I am. And it's because they are right here, right beside of it. I actually turned my mic down. So yeah, next question.
Let's see. What is your favorite memory?
I actually have so many good memories. It is really hard to pinpoint any. But I would say it is being able to hold my children first. That's exactly what I wanted to do. The first time holding my children. If you're a person that really knows me and has had children near me, I will tell you the exact same thing I tell everybody else. And do not take offense to this when I say this. Nope, they're not holding their head. I'm not touching them. It's not mine. I did not hold my nephews, my nieces, or anybody. My sister tricked me. She said, "Here, I have to grab this," and lovingly chucked my niece into my hands. And I looked at her and I said, "No." And she goes, "You're holding her." I said, "It's not mine." So she grabbed what she did and I gave her back real fast.
Thing is, you would be attacked by cuddles if they finally got to meet you.
And that's perfectly fine. They can hold their heads up.
Yeah, they can hold their heads up, but you'll have a stream of consciousness that you may or may not understand coming from two of them. And one of them will be trying to figure out, wait a second, what's happening? But yeah.
You know, today we had a thing and I was supposed to go to a wedding and I was suffering from depression really bad and I just didn't want to do anything. So I actually just went to a family function and we were carving pumpkins today. And my niece comes up to me smiling ear to ear and she goes, "Uncle Pyle." And she gives me a hug. And I looked at her and I said, "Hey." She goes, "Yeah." I said, "You got $1?" And she goes, "No, I don't have $1." I said, "Then how are you supposed to give me $1 if you ain't got $1?" And she smiled really big and she goes, "You're silly," and walks away. She was actually the hardest one to get a hug from because I'm not around. She will see me holidays and special
Mhm.
family events. This year, she actually looked at me, put a big old smile on my face, because she looked at me and she goes, when can I come to your field? And if I come, can I scare? Well, yes. Yes, you can. How old are you? 8. I said, next year you'll be 9, right? And she goes, yeah. I said, so why don't you come and scare with us? And she goes, can I? I said, absolutely. Nothing would make me more happier than having you come. And she goes,
Is
I want to do that. So yeah, those are happy memories. It was also a happy memory a few loved ones passing away because they were suffering, and nothing kills me more than if you're suffering. Let's get you out of here.
I agree. 'Cause I think I don't no, I know I cannot deal with my mom's death without her relieved smile at the end.
Yeah.
That's like the only reason. Um, what's your least favorite holiday?
Ooh, least favorite holiday. Um, this is where I'm probably going to get some backlash. And let me just tell you that I want you to understand my life has changed. Parents, lock up your children right now. Tell them, go in the other room. I do Santa Claus. I love doing Santa Claus. I love bringing hopes and dreams. But the reality of seeing everybody's hopes and dreams is that you look at yourself and you wonder, why ain't I like that? It is just like the two twins, one that sees nothing but happiness and one that sees nothing but sad. The one that sees nothing but sad is smiling constantly, not in a sadistic way, but it's because whatever has happened in her life nearly isn't as bad as what she sees. The one that frowns is the one that sees nothing but happiness, wishing that she could experience the happiness that she sees. And I suffer from depression. And if you suffer from depression, please go get help. Let people know. Absolutely. You're not the only person in the world. So let me just tell you that. I also want to say that when you look at me and you tell me I'm doing nothing but I'm harming people because I didn't show up to a event or a holiday, I've already talked to the ones that need to know. And they're okay with it. And they hope that everything gets worked out. But this is where it comes down to expectation. Christmas is my least. It's not because the imagination's there, because I love the imagination of children. It's the least favorite because I am an adult and there is some expectations of being an adult. If you go and you're in your family, you kind of get judged at holidays. But Christmas is kind of like that holiday that absolutely I don't like doing things because I'm not in the top place. I will never be in the top place. I know I'm not. And in fact, I refer to myself as black sheep multiple times over and over. And my cousin, he cannot even compare to the black sheepness of me. And it's okay. And I will have family members that absolutely argue this with me. But it is a dark, 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 dark area for a lot of people. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, we just got done with Thanksgiving, and now we're thinking about being thankful for all the things that we have, this and that. Now we're getting into Christmas, and I don't have things, and I tell people not to give me things, and people send me stuff, and sometimes people are just not where they need to be to send something. I have recently just absolutely told people, you know what? If you want to give me a gift, just flat out tell me I'm the greatest gift that they could have received. Just the honor of being around me, knowing me, this and that. And it's not trying to be a bullshit answer of I don't want to buy you things. I have so many people that I care about that my hopes and dreams for them is to absolutely succeed and absolutely outdo every person that they possibly can. Unfortunately, if all my friends outdo everybody, they're outdoing my friends. So Christmas is the hardest one and my disliked one. And I used to love it, but my grandfather, he went to the hospital on Christmas Eve. And that is my darkness. We lost him on New Year's Eve. Follows it right there. But when it comes down to depression, that is the time frame. You went from really warm weather, good feelings, good vibes, to wearing a whole bunch of heavy clothes and not getting the sun's rays in you, so it depresses you. Then you have all these things, and you see kids, and you see other ones that are just smiling. And I will tell you, I run a toy drive. I love running this toy drive. But the thing is, it hurts me. It really hurts me to just do the things I do. So yeah, Christmas is absolutely the worst for me. And it has kind of been my least favorite since 2009. Everything switched and beat me into the wall and beat me down to submission. Now, is that taking effect of my life with my kids? No. And in fact, my daughter looks at me and goes, Santa Claus. And I said, yeah, the big guy that goes, ha, 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 right? And she goes, no. He goes, ho, ho, ho. I said, no. He goes, ha, ha, ha. And this has become a wonderful thing. Elves with Shelves is a wonderful thing. We don't use it to punish children. We use it to play with children, to show children, hey, you know. By the way, those stupid elves on the shelves have the highest score on some of the damn games on the game system. Because we take the time and we play them games. And these kids can't beat us at some of these games. But we don't want them to know we're playing the games, so the elves play the games. So yeah, but yeah, that is absolutely mine. And like I said, I love doing Santa Claus. I love seeing the hopes, the dreams of the children. I love hearing their requests. And I am the one Santa that looks at you and says, I really don't know if you need that PS4 or the PS5. It is more along the lines of, well, I'll see what I can do, but no matter what you get, you should be thankful that you got something. Knowing that them parents can't always afford that game system. Knowing that their parents this and that. And I will be the Santa Claus that looks at you and says, well, what about a helmet? You're getting a bicycle. You want a bicycle? You got to get a helmet. I am the reality Santa, as much as that sucks on children. But you know what? A lot of parents love it. And a lot of parents actually wait until the half day for me to come out. Because that half a day, we switch. And the Santa from the one section switches out for me. And I will sit in there and they can tell it's me. because I actually have two sets of bells. One set of bells came from my grandfather, and another set this person gave to me because they are old and they sound great for me to wear. So you will see me with two sets of bells walking around. So next question, because I'll tell you what, I can go and justify everything of why that holiday tears me apart.
And I can honestly say I appreciated the Santa videos for my monsters.
Yeah.
You made them so happy. And let's change gears to something happy. Let's talk about something happy like leprosy. Have you had anything fall off lately?
Like, you know what? The hopes and dreams lately. Well, let's talk about leprosy. Yes. You know what?
Blame Greg Howard. When it got too awkward, he'd be like, okay, let's talk about something happy like leprosy. Have you had anything fall off lately?
Wow.
And
You know
it
what?
just stuck.
It's great. It's great.
Dude, I
I've
don't
not
know
had
if it's any
anything-
worse than the raccoon thing.
No. Let's not bring up anything with raccoons. No raccoons. No where you can shove two raccoons up. No. Because that was a whole
just saying, I don't know
conversation.
if it's worse than that. Anyway,
Raz brought that conversation up on Thursday when he was at my field.
of course he
where
did.
you
He
can
has
take
no-
where he could take two raccoons and shove them. She's a criminy. Talk about gut ache. Doctor, I don't feel so good. Is that a raccoon tail butt plug? No. Good Lord. I want to see the I want to see the 911 guy on TikTok talk about two raccoons in your butt.
Yes.
Ah,
What was
jeez.
the movie you saw in the theater?
What's the question?
What was the last movie you saw in the theater?
Yeah. Beetlejuice. And I will tell you,
At some point,
yes, it is not the same. And no spoiler on this. It is not the same. But no matter what, Tim Burton did a great job. And Michael made a comment, I'm not coming back unless Tim Burton does this, how he did the first original. And he did not disappoint. There was spot on perfect things. Will you see the ghost from the first one? No, because they found a loophole. Which brings that whole raccoon thing back up. Because it's the loophole. It's the hole that God can't see. That's a bad song. Don't ever look up the song Loophole.
Alrighty.
Boy, I wish we could play music on this.
Very true. Now, your turn.
Oh, man. What's the worst thing you can make into a sandwich? I don't want to hear Krabby Patty. I've had enough of this whole Wendy's trend and then them dashing Wendy's on the Krabby Patty. I am sorry to say this. I am done. Link me. Raz says link me.
Give me a
Get that
second.
man in here. Then he can talk about the raccoons.
Well, the name of the episode is what animal is Raz going to teach us about next? And we have had no Raz.
Kidding.
And the bad thing is, my brain went to something bullies do. and it was not a Krabby Patty.
What was it?
It was a cow patty.
What?
No, I did not eat it, but I did let them know that if they continued their bullshit with that poor kid, they were not going to like their life that day.
Hold on here. Hold on. Have you already popped that up?
Popped what up?
This comment here. I put my head down for 1 second. Sir,
Hi, Raz.
Hey guys.
they might be awesome to you, and that is perfectly fine. But the wonderful creator of SpongeBob was so against fast food that he never wanted Krabby Patties to be mimicked because there is not a cow under the sea. But yeah, it's a Dave Thomas burger with special sauce. Raz, I'm working on a picture for you.
You seem
Not a cow under the sea.
There's not a cow under sea. Under the sea, take it from me.
Oh, wow. We're no longer alone.
We're both still here at the dungeon.
Wow, and you guys are pretty close to each other or something.
We were right next to each other.
We're right next to each other, so my sound is coming through his speaker.
That's like commuting.
Is that the famous in your bottom?
You know, baby. I'm gonna back away a little bit so we won't get the feedback.
I appreciate that because
So, guys, we now have the sexiest nurse alive, and we have everybody's favorite slasher.
You know, I intentionally didn't tell Fred that India was coming tonight until Fred found out at the meeting.
that's fine. I didn't tell anybody. And no one needed to know. So Dad goes and sees Inya, and Dad goes, where in the hell is he going to be put? Oh, God, no. I start laughing.
You should have said, in your lap, Dad.
And I told my dad, I said, don't worry, we got a good spot for him. And as soon as they said he got put in the red area, and Dad goes, he got put in the red district. Nice.
The red light district.
That's where I was. At the nurse's station.
We missed you, pile.
Dude, it's been a really, really up and down day, and I did pumpkins. It was pumpkins.
Nothing wrong with a good pumpkin.
Nope.
And in fact, my daughter said she was going to do this pumpkin. And she said, here, Dad, and handed it to me and said, you do this.
Are you filming a new movie, American Pumpkin?
There's a movie called American Pumpkin.
And I'm saying, are you making one? Because like you're gonna heat that pumpkin and carve a hole in it, and you know.
No. You know what? I did carve a pumpkin years ago, and I stuck a hole in the back, and somebody asked me if that was a glory hole. I said no, and I stuck a little light in it, a little tea light, and they said, "What are you doing with it?" And I took a can of WD-40 and jacked it in the middle and sprayed it, and that thing blew fireballs out of the face.
This time of year, I want to remind people that there is a great story on Reddit. Look it up. It's called The Pumpkin Fucker, and it's a horror story, but it is pretty horrifying. It's an actual story. I talk about it every year, and I usually link it. I just don't have the link on me right now, but it's there.
The Pumpkin Fucker.
Alrighty.
Yippee-ki-yay, pumpkin fucker.
And here's the pumpkin.
That is the pumpkin.
It's adorable.
You know what? There's going to be another pumpkin that is going to be carved, and it's going to have that on it without the claw marks.
Cool.
You know, I might be able to do the claw marks.
Yes.
I might.
I'll unmute my mic. And we'll use my mic in your video. Okay. Perfect.
Oh, that's funnier than
Sounds
hell.
Yep. We figured it out, guys. We're here.
And never mind.
Yay.
Well, you know, Ron, just looking at you the way that you look, that wait, hold on. We should change Ron's name to Ron and Dr. Slasher, and put in it Dr. Slasher's the voice of.
I still have my makeup on, but I'm out of costume now.
Yeah.
And why are you out of costume?
We're getting ready to head back to Columbus.
Yeah, and then plus there's a full-on windstorm over here. It's like blowing dirt, like clouds of dirt, everything everywhere. It's bad.
I mean, I was already running around the parking lot with, my Nursania top off, just in fishnets and thongs. So
He actually got to work
Alrighty.
with my daughter Brooke today, who absolutely loves him, and Ani.
they were fun. They were fun to work with. Daughter's a good actor. She's hilarious.
She is.
Yeah, you guys need to come see Hell's Dungeon. This place fucking rocks, man.
I
I feel
agree.
honored to be here.
He got his official reject card tonight. So did Matt.
Yay.
Shirt and everything. All right, so we need to get Jenny up here so she can come through.
Patty was here yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I missed.
Yeah, Patty came through yesterday. Patty and Joe, and they haunted for the first 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we stuck him in there. It was great. I loved it.
we were backwoods last night.
I still haven't gotten a "we're home" message yet from her, so I hope she's safe.
Maddie, you can be in the podcast. Say hi to everybody. Get on in here.
She said she was okay.
Camera's down here, so.
She said what?
She said she was okay.
Okay, good. I've been haunting, so I don't have a message saying that she got home, so I was just, making sure. I worry.
She showed me the pictures. She helped me with the graphics that I need to post for the book coming out Friday. And yeah, she seems to be doing okay.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to scoot down a little bit.
Grab the other chair, man.
Yeah, turn sideways. Yeah, I know.
It's never good turning sideways.
We're working on it. We're slow and tired. Ooh.
You guys got this. And you guys have rocked so hard.
See all three of us? I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I can't see.
Hi.
So I
My
have to-
microphone. Yep, we can see us all. It's our speaker microphone here.
Speaker microphone.
So this is the guy I keep talking about, Matt Luciano. He's my haunt brother from another mother. We go everywhere and act and all that. So he's been acting almost three times as long as I have. So
Hey, John. Hey, Megan. Hey, Rika.
Jenny,
What we're doing,
I got
Pat
something
itself?
I got something for you, and I got something for Raz here.
Oh, yeah? What do you got? The raccoon. You see this, Ron?
what's
The
that?
raccoon.
Oh, the
The
two
raccoon says, please don't tell
raccoons
Raz
in my animal
where
cabinet?
I'm at.
I'm gonna have to get me a little raccoon stuffy now, or two of them.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I definitely will. Love you guys. Bye. Be safe. Have a wonderful time. Yeah, I will. I'll let her forget.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the last of everybody that was pretty much just about leaving, except for these two about to be on their journey.
Yep. But,
So
you know,
now I do have a question.
Uh-oh.
who had better food, Ron? Was it my place or was it Hell's Dungeon's place?
Dude, they just had hot dogs with nacho
That's
cheese.
all we had
so
today,
you
yeah.
definitely had the better food.
Oh yeah, yeah. You was Curtis on food this time.
But I cooked us a kick-ass, bomb-ass lunch before we came down here. So
Yeah.
Matt and I ate pretty well today.
I had a hot dog today.
We had pork chops with green beans and snap peas and eggs. And yeah, I cooked us lunch before we left.
Nice.
I just ran around the parking lot dipping my balls and things.
So
What you got to do?
I was telling Jenny something earlier, Raz, and you'll get a kick out of this.
Okay.
We had people. Well, I don't know. Did I tell Jenny or not? I know I told someone else. So we had some people come to our haunt, and it was two gentlemen. Really
Wait,
nice
people come to
gentlemen.
haunts?
Whoa, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know people went to haunts. I just thought we haunted at haunts.
So these two gentlemen actually just moved to our area from Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jenny's
And-
side of the woods, isn't it?
What's that?
Isn't that down Jenny's way? Isn't she in Texas?
Close.
She's in Texas, yeah. Just
So anyway, as we were talking, I was talking about a couple of things and explained to him. I said, "Thank you very much. We're a charity haunt. Thank you for coming." And he says, "Yeah, absolutely." And I said, "Well, we're kind of small, but this and that." Gave him the whole spiel of Ohio Haunters Association, how this and this is. So I told him, I said, "So I hope you guys enjoy yourselves." As they went down, I figured, they're from Texas. They've seen some different haunts, this and that. The reason that they came to ours is because they moved around our area and they were traveling around just trying to see what was in the area. And they came across our sign and they came across the in-between. And they stopped in there, went on their phones, tried doing a Google, tried doing Facebook, tried this and that, and just came up some stuff. And they're like, "Okay, well, we'll see how this is," because it just seems like, there's not much there, according to Facebook and according to Google.
right.
When they got through it, they went over to the ticket booth. Ooh, that's a heck of a breeze there.
Yeah, it's picking up.
So anyway, they went over to the ticket booth and was talking, and when they were talking to the ticket booth, they asked who runs it, and they said, "Well, the person that was doing your tickets, he's actually the one that runs it." And he informed my mother that they seen the posting that said that we were a hidden gem of haunted houses.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
And he said, I see that terminology, and it's like, well, you know what? Somebody is probably just trying to talk themselves up.
Right.
No, that sounds
Absolutely.
like something a Scare Factor would put out.
Yeah.
Something they would say.
Scare Factor, Ohio Valley Haunt, they put that
Yeah.
out and say, hey,
Right. So
not a well-known haunt, but come check these guys out because they got.
Or what? Like Spooky Tri-Cities?
Yeah.
Don't they do a review too?
Yeah, yep.
right.
I'm not worried about it.
Honeymoon.
Smell that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when that person told me that on Friday, I posted, that thing. Saturday, these guys come, they see the post, and they're like, "We'll see about this, this, and that." They said, "We're going to keep a open mind." So they went through, and they were talking to my mother and said, "So when you read that, it looks like, okay, well, hidden gem, yeah, maybe you're talking yourself up." He goes, "No, this place is absolutely a whole live, what do you say, a whole live line of hidden gems.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
A whole
He
ass
goes,
lot.
people look for the holy grail
Yep.
of different haunts, and this has so much potential, but it is not a potential you're bad. You could do so much better. No, it has potential of making itself even better on top of how great it actually is.
Agreed.
Mhm.
And when he's saying this whole stuff, I'm like, yeah, and he said that he's been around for a lot of different haunts and this and that, and this is the first time that he's had the combination of what we offer, and there is no high budget animatronic being bought, thrown together, point, and all the effort gets thrown at that. He goes, I want to say it is a dark haunt. Absolutely a dark haunt. He goes, but with the right little lighting, you would be where you need to go. But where it is right now gives you the absolute vibes. And who in the hell comes up with the stupidest idea of putting sunflowers in a field that you walk through and the dang things beat you up? Was a great idea.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Well,
That's hilarious.
I will say this, Pile. After coming down there on Thursday, I liked what I saw, and I've been all over the country doing it in my day. What you have there does have potential. It has a lot of potential. Your actors are great. It was just an all-around good vibe. But I mean, you're not using animatronics. A good haunt doesn't need to use animatronics. Animatronics, in my opinion, are kind of a hindrance on a haunt. They should be, when you come into a haunt, it should be a reflection, on your scenes, but also on your actors, because your actors are what carry the show, not an animatronic. Anybody could go out and buy a fucking animatronic. But
Right.
have a quality cast of characters, that's not
Right.
easily done.
You guys definitely have
Yeah,
that
you
in
guys-
spades.
Yeah.
I gotta say that this weekend from Thursday to tonight has got to be one of the best damn weekends I've had haunting in my 13 years of haunting. Because
$1,000,000%.
I mean, just starting with guest acting and trainers, and that was an amazing experience. And being invited down there and having fun, and then at our home haunt, Backwoods Oddities, we had a record-breaking fucking weekend.
Yeah.
We beat our numbers from last year, which was a record breaker over the year before that. I mean, like
Saturday
everything-
was like that here.
It went off so smoothly this weekend
Right.
at Backwoods, at like no major technical issues except for Evelyn going down. But I mean, they were
Right.
working on that all night, and it was kind of hit and miss.
And then
But it
finally
did
said,
not
like,
stop the flow of the haunt.
Right.
Everything is like when everything was going off at one time and everything was in full swing. It's like that calamitous orchestration, that cacophonous just ecstasy. It's like, this is what haunting is supposed to sound like. It's fucking amazing. And then just topping it off with coming here tonight and doing the industry night. Oh my god, it was a blast.
Tonight, I mean,
It was so fucking fun.
I was telling after we closed here tonight, I'm like, the energy that this place has is off the hook. I'm like, I'm sitting over there in the health game, just listening to these kids just go off, and I had a hell of a lot of fun tonight. I mean, it was warm. Don't get me wrong.
There's a couple times I
I
almost broke character because I was laughing.
Yeah.
And I try not to laugh because it makes me break character, but
Right.
there were times I tried to laugh and I almost broke character. It was just damn fun tonight. Especially when Nightmare Manor came through. Oh my god, they were the best fucking group.
Oh yeah, they were great.
I had fun.
Oh, they were so receptive to everything.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up on
Yep.
I can't hear you guys now.
You can't hear us right now?
Oh, now I do.
Hold on, they're saying they can't hear us. I'm trying to figure out why.
Well, all of a sudden it got really quieter and quieter and quieter and quieter.
I don't know
So I don't
either.
know. I don't know if your finger has
I don't know what happened.
across the mic.
My call volume's up. I don't know what's going on.
Well, Matt and I are about to get on the road, so we can stream from the car on the way back.
Okay, and
so.
I'm going to go downstairs and reset.
Yeah.
All right.
We
So
can
Matt,
hear you
let's
now.
go. We're going back to Columbus.
Unmute your mic and tell them that we'll be right back in separate. They can hear us. I don't know if they can.
I don't know if you guys can hear us or not, but Matt and I are going to get in the car. We'll probably do a little bit of the live stream on the way back to Columbus, and Raz is going to go downstairs and reset.
Sorry.
So,
Are you ready?
No,
yep.
yeah, we're able to hear you in the last section.
Raz,
Be safe going back to Columbus, guys.
have a good night. It's been fun. Let's roll.
To the Batmobile. No.
All right. Back to the car.
Ron, have I ever told you you remind me of Mimi off of the Drew Carey show?
Why? Because of the beard?
No, because the makeup.
I know what you meant. I was being an asshole.
That's funny.
Now I just need my little troll dolls. Yeah. Don't you remember Mimi on Drew Carey show? She collected all the troll dolls.
Yeah, she did.
So this is Matt's first time doing a live stream on a podcast and all that. So
Well, he's done a wonderful job.
I think we've been
By the
what?
way, Ron,
Hold on, guys.
Hang on. I don't know if my phone's actually going to stay there. Can you see me? I can't see this.
I can.
Yes, we can see you.
All
You
right,
can
cool.
also hear the hum of the car.
Yeah, I got a loud ass car.
Ow!
See?
I don't know if the phone's going to stay there once it starts driving because he's got his phone on his
Probably
foot.
Yeah, we're gonna try something here real quick, guys.
Shit.
Donuts in the parking lot. That's all I heard.
I closed it and it fell out. So open it back up.
Hold on, we're gonna
Find it.
hold on to your phone.
Hold on to your phone, guys.
All right, go.
Alrighty.
Oh, he's gone. But no, you know what? I don't know out of state how many haunts actually have just industry night where they invite the other haunts around and want them to come and just check out what they've been working on. But the haunt industry here in Ohio does exist. I know I get invitations to go to haunts all the time. But that is one of the coolest things. Just having industry night. Jenny, you need to magically wave your wand and teleport over here. That way you can go through a couple of these haunts.
Let's see if it'll work. Let go. I'm swishing and flicking. It's
You're
not working.
swishing and flicking. Try it one more time.
Okay.
Nope. Not exactly right. Nope. Really messed up.
Fuck that up. All right, let's try this again.
We're back.
Okay.
Back again.
All right, can you see both of
We
us or
did
just him or me
teleport.
or what?
We can see you both.
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
We had something real cool
Now
on
we're cooking
Saturday.
with
For the first time ever, we had 8 kids who had never experienced a haunt before in their life and came out with the biggest fucking grins, wanting to go back through again. Like, just from Chainer's Thursday to Industry Night here tonight, dude. This is that's that weekend that's getting me through where I thought maybe this is my last year. I've been thinking that a lot lately, man. Like my health and everything, it's getting bad. Things are getting bad. And between getting a chance to actually haunt for the first time in the season over there with you, Pyle, and then tonight, it's restored a lot of that love, man.
Right. You know what?
Hey, Rob?
I just remembered something. At Chainer's Field of Screams, we actually have a paper that asks if you are a first time haunter or a first time going through a haunt, we actually offer you a paper that says that you completed your very first haunt at Chainer's Field of Screams. And I have forgotten to replenish that, and I am so sorry. And I had to make a new design on the airtime thing, and I totally forgot to do it this year.
I'm glad I randomly reminded you.
Yeah, but yeah, we've had a couple that have absolutely said that it's their first time going to a haunt, and they have come out and they're shaking and they're like, it's like, but you made it. Yep, absolutely. I need to.
Wait,
I need to.
I just noticed
make that.
something. I just saw
What's
the
that?
name of this episode. I just now saw it.
What was the name of it? I didn't see it.
Next. It says,
How did
what
it spell?
animal is
What
Raspberry
animal is
Peaches
Raspberry
Peaches
out next?
Once again,
Last podcast we had. All right, Raz, explain the raccoons to Matt since he wasn't privy to it.
Okay, Matt, you can fit 2 adult raccoons in your rectum before causing yourself any kind of damage. We looked up the medical facts on this. We also took it to Reddit. We did a pretty extensive search on this, and we're pretty certain it works.
and this is the reason that we keep on pulling up the raccoon. Please don't tell Raz where I am.
This was random fucking topic that we talked about last week.
I'm like, okay,
Sort of went from there.
just as long as there was no practical, somebody tried to stick 2 raccoons up their ass. I'm okay. We're good with that.
See, I had a hard time believing it because I was like, full-size raccoon, how the hell is it going to fit? And Raz was like, oh, because they're bendy. Like, they can contract your bones and shit. I'm like, okay, I get the concept, but, like, the rectum is a very small hole. Like, how the hell are you going to fit a giant raccoon
Bucket
in
of
that small
lube,
area
you dip
to get
your
it inside
raccoon
the
in
anal
your
cavity?
stuff.
This is the problem that I have with it. He's like, a lot of lube. He's like, because you can stretch like 4 times the size. I'm like, I wouldn't know.
Well, there's that whole saying, rectum.
Nearly killed him.
Damn near killed him.
Well, it's because the human anus can stretch up to 10 inches, and the width of the shoulders of most raccoons is up to 4 inches.
You need to turn your volume.
That goes up all the way.
It's science. It's rectumology.
I can honestly say, without a shadow of a doubt, I've never had my rectum stretch that wide.
I haven't either.
But if we ever wanted to, now we know.
Well, I'm still
For
passing
better or
that.
worse.
Thank you.
That is not the type of kink I want to practice with you people. Thank you.
Hey,
Raccoons.
why
You walk is a good thing.
Right?
What's
why
up,
we
Rob?
are at the topic of talking about different haunt stuff and this and that.
The callback.
I do want to remind everyone that please, before you go and you look at somebody that posted, hey, I have tickets to this place. I can't make it. My husband, we can't make it go. What we want to sell our tickets. Please double check and see, number one, if there is any major suspicious stuff about this, which that is a red flag at my haunt. Number two, does this haunt offer online tickets? Because we don't. So you saying that I have tickets and I'm trying to sell them, good try. You can't do that. The only tickets that you can try selling are free tickets that you have won. But this scam pops up so many times on so many things. The second scam, please do not click on a link that just pops up and tags you and talks about this thing that you have commented about and talking about shirts. Go there. Go on there online. Go straight to the websites, the sources for that place. Do not look at Facebook messengers or Facebook comments. You will get scammed. You will lose money. If you win something, you do not have to enter your credit card information for you to pick up your package.
Yeah, that's been going nuts lately with that shit.
These are the warnings that we're going to give you. And when we do Chainer's Haunted Secrets here, not this week, but next week, we will absolutely talk about these warnings once again, because that is such a big thing. I had 3 posts today because I posted how much my tickets were. And it said, "Oh, I have tickets for this place. Please contact me. I can't go. I'm selling them." If you ain't getting the tickets from something that is Chainer's Haunted Secrets, Allight Network, something that deals with Chainer's Field of Screams, you are not going to get your money back, and they have more information than you ever want these people to have.
Oh, yeah.
Also, be aware of they're not hacked. They are clones. Be aware of clone sites. They are popping up. And in fact, there was a clone site for Chainer's Field of Screams that brought up a whole bunch of things. And the thing was, I flat out could take a video of me in front of my stuff. These people can't. They have to wait until I post it to grab it and then repost it.
Yeah.
That is a reason that I actually will tell you what the date is on our stuff. Because if I'm telling you it is Friday the 13th, I just gave you Friday the 13th. If it is post past that Friday the 13th, then you know that someone took time to take it and copy it and put it on there. Check the days that they were posted.
Yeah.
I don't want people scammed. If you're a real business, you don't want them to be scammed. I don't. I mean, it's a serious danger to a lot of things, and it's not just the haunt industry. It is everything. You like Walmart, they will do one for a fake Walmart. And on our business accounts, on every business account, you will see time after time after time saying that we violate the guidelines and we have 7 days, click here, and blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, I have had 7 days for over 21 days. And it is constantly coming in. Message after message after message on my business page saying that they will shut me down. And I respond with them. Email me. Go
okay,
ahead, Jenny.
And there's other scam where they are tagging you and 15 to 20 other pages and telling you they are part of the admin of Facebook itself, and you have done a violation of one thing or another, and them I just block and move on. Please do the same. Block, report, and move on.
Yep. These are the ones I respond really quick. You have my email. Send it to me. And they never send
I wouldn't
emails.
even bother responding, Kyle. Most of that shit's all automated anyway. If you respond back, you're just perpetuating it.
Yeah, you respond to those emails. A lot of people use that platform to continue to scam and spam you. So
Well,
the best thing, if
I
it's just delete it off of your email. Don't respond to it. Don't even open it. You open it, you just open a can of worms.
it's not emails that it's coming through. It's the messengers.
Yeah.
I will not open their links.
Yep. We've gotten multiple clone websites, multiple clone accounts. I get them all taken down pretty fucking quick.
Yep.
Settings.
I have multiple people that look at my stuff and they get a notification. And Jenny, if you ever seen one, absolutely get rid of it.
Bluetooth?
Yeah. Hold on.
It's crazy. You guys are on top of that shit, man. Like big time.
We're trying.
We are doing our best.
Pain in the dick.
Yes, and I don't have one.
What is it?
Let me see.
But it is almost 11 o'clock here.
Yeah.
I am about ready to
10
jump off.
Yeah, I'm about to take
Yeah,
off.
Matt.
I just wanted to pop in as long as we could.
Oh, that's perfectly
Okay.
fine. I know I've got to be in.
Okay.
I've got to be in Cincinnati, Ohio. If you see me on the interstate, wave at me because I am going straight down to the river, getting a load of what I need to do for my regular job. And then I am shooting up towards Sherwood, Ohio. That is a total of 9 hours in a day.
He picks up a load when he comes to Dayton too.
A load off of Raz.
So Josh has one question for Raz before he leaves.
Oh, so.
He asked why the Elder Wand looks like a giant butt plug.
It should be.
Because it makes its owner very, very happy.
Nice.
Vada
I shall let
Kedavra
him
to
know
your
that.
butthole.
Ask me about my butthole.
Random weird question my husband asked me today, among other things.
Wait. Hold on. Before we all take off and stuff like that. Raz, what's your favorite food?
I don't have one anymore. I
Anymore?
don't really have a favorite food. My favorite food is a buffet. There you go. I don't know. I don't never really thought about it.
What about you? Ron, what you got?
His signal might be bad. I know where he is on the highway right now. I bet you.
Not everything is awesome for him.
Favorite food,
There's a
Ron?
forehead.
Are you on? Is it on? Are you on?
Yeah. What's your favorite food, dude?
Hold on.
We're trying to hook up the sound to his speakers in the car through
Give me a
Bluetooth,
second here.
but it's not working.
Powering.
There we go. Let's see what happens.
Let's try it again.
Disconnect and reconnect. We're working on it.
We're getting there. Hold on, guys.
This is
I don't
what
know
it
what the
looks
hell
like
he's
when
doing.
your grandfather is trying to work technology.
Yes. No, Pappy, no. Oh, jeez.
Don't touch me in the Bluetooth.
That's bad if
No,
it's
it's still showing
starts
phone.
screaming. Ron, don't touch me there.
I'm gonna jump out real quick and try to get it connected, and then come back in and see if it will actually come through. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to take off, though. I love being here with you guys, and I think highly of you. And holy crap, did I just pull up the certificate? Yes, it is. It says, Chainersfield of Screams, congratulations to, and then it has the person's name. And then it says, for making it through their very first haunted attraction. We are members of the Ohio Haunters Association, and we are very proud of this accomplishment and hope that you continue going through other haunted houses. We thank you for helping us fight cancer or fighting cancer with us by purchasing a ticket. And it says the name it says the name that we have to fill out, the date that we have to fill out, and also witnessed this event, and it's one of our staff members. I totally forgot this. Yeah. Now I've got to redo this a little bit and redo the logos on this, but yeah, I'm glad that things get saved on my phone.
Yay!
So, hey guys, I'm going to take off, and I just want to tell you thank you for putting up with my shenanigans, because I have been the only one that has been here constantly since we began. As Jenny popped away, Rez popped away, Ron popped away, but now it's my turn for me to pop away. So I thank you guys. You guys all have a great time and enjoy the rest of these people, because, you know, I just want to know.
I love
Can
you.
you hide the raccoon?
I'll hide it all right.
I bet you will.
So,
Love you, man.
Bye, guys.
Bye, pal.
discount for the raccoon. If somebody brings in a raccoon, you have to give them a discount.
Yeah, we're gonna have raccoon night at the haunt now.
Yep, the raccoon discount.
Yep.
But pictures for it didn't have it.
Bring in 2 raccoons.
I'm gonna give me a little
I'll
raccoon
make her
spirit animal.
additions just verify the pictures.
There you go. Be like a little Patronus. They got a raccoon Patronus.
The anal raccoon Patronus.
Oh my! Raz cut out for him with the videos. He's got to edit for the podcast.
Yep. I'm gonna be doing that this week. Probably start tomorrow. Actually, I can breathe a little bit.
Sounds like a good plan.
But I'm gonna let you
I
guys
can-
go 'cause I'm hungry and I'm tired and oh my god, I feel dead inside, but in a good way. In a very good way. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys very
Love
soon.
you.
All of you.
I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.
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 So
Hi.
it's just me and you here or what?
Yeah, it's just us.
Of a drive, so
Yeah. We got a little bit of a drive back to Columbus, so.
Okay.
this is a
Did you guys?
Yeah.
What was your guys' favorite part of the night?
whipping people.
Probably fucking with our fellow haunters from the same haunt we worked at. Didn't know we were going to be there the first time.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun.
Cool.
And then they were trying to, not trying to get me to break character. I'm like, nope, try again. And then, yeah, it's just, I've been doing this a long time. And tonight's probably one of the funnest nights I've had in a long time.
So we get
It
there.
was a lot of fun.
Raz says, "I've got a spot for you, and you're allowed to be as inappropriate."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay."
Challenge accepted.
I was legit. I had a leather flogger. I had a flogger, and I was legit whipping people with it when they would come into my scene, telling them that I was going to test their reflexes and then bend them over a chair and literally spank them with the flogger. And a couple of people, they keep their wallets or their phones in their back pocket. So I was like, I have to check and make sure there's no padding down here. I would like pull down their pants and then just flog the shit out of them.
What, did you pull down pants tonight?
I did, a couple people, yeah.
Nice. That's fun.
Perhaps I could be inappropriate, so I fucking did.
And just it being our haunter peers, it was just, yeah. I kind of made the the girl I was working with, I almost made her bust out laughing. We had a Nightmare Manor come through, and they had like black shirts with like a green, just I don't know if it was like a splatter design, but it started off one shoulder, just kind of.
Yeah, they were
like
badass shirts. I wanted one.
Yeah, and they come through, and I'm like, they started mouthing off. I'm like, well, this is coming from a group that looks like they had a one night stand gone bad. And the girl I was working with damn near lost it. And I was like, okay. So yeah. Yep.
That is awesome.
I told them I was going to give, when they came to my scene, I told them, because I was working in a nurse's area, a doctor's area, I told them I was going to give them a colonoscopy so I could see how full of shit they really are.
That is awesome. So, when are we going to get Matt on Cheaters?
Well, that's entirely up to Pyle. Matt, I actually mentioned it to Pyle that he should get you on there. You've been acting for 33 years. You probably got a lot of stories to tell. I mentioned that to Pyle. So.
Yeah. I will say, I mean, I get, I do tend to get a little busy here and there, but, yeah, hell, I'd love to come in and share some more stories. I got some pretty good ones over the years. So,
okay.
Yeah, anything from, I don't know how old you are, but
37.
The whole, okay, so you remember the whole DC Sniper thing, right?
Yes.
So I was there when they went a haunted house. We did a haunted house. We did it, yeah, and that was pretty crazy. So, yeah, and just, I mean, I've been lucky because I've moved around a little bit. I mean, I've been in California, I've acted in Chicago, Ohio. I did a couple of weekends down to Tennessee. I've done a couple of weekends in Georgia. So I've been around a little bit. So, yeah. But I tell people when I come into a haunt that, I've been around the block a few times. If you got a question, ask. I'm not afraid to share my wealth of knowledge to somebody. People did it for me when I was starting. I do it for people when they're starting or if they have any questions. So, yeah. But
that is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I love what I do. That's why I've been doing it so long. Granted, at the end of the night, I might be a little sore as hell, but, it's all worth it for some good stares.
Yeah, we were sitting at lunch yesterday, and we were actually talking about this because, I go through this period every year with haunting. Like, this is going to be my last year. It's going to be my last year. And, I'm burnt out, so ready for the season to be over, and it hasn't even started yet. And I asked Matt, I said, you know why I still haunt? And he said, why? I said, well, this girl I used to date named Jeannie, and I told her that I think I was done with haunting. She's like, no, you're not. I said, why? And she said, because you like to entertain people. And it made me stop and think, and I realized that I can't really quit because she was right. And I've been doing it so long that I don't know if I know how to quit.
Right.
That I do like entertaining people, and it's just I want to be involved with haunting because I love haunting so much. like, okay, maybe I'll step back from acting from this year, but I still want to be involved, so I'll take another position. Necessarily act. And I started thinking about it, like, no, you wouldn't, Ron, because you'd be so tempted to jump into a scene and do something. You can't help but to act. Right. And it's just like, Matt's been acting, you know, almost 3 times as long as I have. I've been doing it for 13, he's been doing it for 33, you know, and I asked him, I was like, how do you do it? How did you manage to keep acting for that long? And he goes, it's therapy.
That's all it is. For me, it's, you know, during October, September, October, you have a bad day at work and you get, normal people get pissed off and they go out and do something stupid. I go into a haunted house, I yell and scream at people and call them fucking idiots for 4 hours. I come out feeling great. You know, it's worth it. I mean,
but man,
then you get to meet cool fucking people.
And then we have nights like tonight, which is like fucking perfect, and it just it changes your whole, you know, mindset about it. Like, if I could have more nights like this, it's so worth it, you know?
Right.
Oh yeah. And you guys aren't the first haunters I've heard that says it's therapy. So many believe it's the best therapy they can get.
And I mean, it's also the friends you meet. I mean, the friends you meet, I've got friends that I've known for 30 plus years, and you know, they become family, and I treat them like family, and you know, that's not going to change. So I'm like, hey, it's family, it's therapy, you know, hell, it's exercise, you know.
Yeah.
We're not getting any fucking younger. I'm going to hit double nickel this year, you know, so it's like, it's, you know, I know I'm not as young and spry as I was back when I was 23 when I started, but, you know, hey.
He's still running around scaring the shit out of people, even at 55, man. And he's still outpacing some of the kids that are in there.
But I also know how to pace myself. So a lot of younger kids, they yell and scream, lose their voice, and lose, you know. I'm just like, slow down. You don't have to be like between customers. You don't have to be, you know, still all balls out. Just relax. You get your cue, pop back in, and do your thing.
Yeah, so it's a big difference for me because, like, at Backwoods, this season I'm doing, you know, kind of like a hillbilly kind of character, and that character is very physical because I'm like climbing up on the pallets and like jumping over the wall and shit. And, you know, it's a very physical character to play. But Nersinia, like Thursday night tonight, it's not a very physical character, so it's very relaxing. And it's so much easier to do. I'm not straining myself. I'm not straining my voice. It's a lot of fun to play, but it's so completely different than the other characters because it's so low key. It's not. It's still high energy just because she's fun to participate with, but it's not a physical job. You know, Nersinia is not a very physical character when it comes to what I do with my other characters.
Very true. And dude, I would love to walk into a club with Nurse Inya and just start playing with people and seeing what happens. Because we could have just as much fun there as we do at a haunt, because people would still do random BS.
It's interesting, like when we go to a convention.
Yeah.
And he does that character at convention. I just kind of, you know, I don't kind of walk the floor. I'm I'll walk the floor, but I won't do it in character. You know, I just go there. I like to watch people. You know, I pretty much save my acting for inside the haunt walls or wherever I'm going to be acting. So just, I mean, he'll go in there and he'll just, and I love watching it. Just the look on some people's face when he walks up. It's funny as shit.
Believe me, I'm as surprised as anybody at the fucked up shit that comes out of my mouth when I'm in that character.
Yeah. Me too. I mean, when I'm doing I got a big demon priest that I do, and growing up a church boy, you know, some of the stuff I say now, let's just say mom and dad would be like, hear what comes out of my mouth.
That's another really good one for coming up with dialogue, because he's pretty quick too.
Well, the school the haunt dad, I had some really good teachers. I started up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I come from a haunt called Cliffview. I had a lot of good peers to learn from. Granted, the trauma up in there was kind of rampant, but I learned a lot of stuff. Yeah. And then, you know, take what I learned and expunge on it a little bit and make it my own. And yeah. So that's the best thing I can tell a new haunter. It's like, hey, watch your peers, watch your fellow actors, learn from them.
That is a good thing to do.
Yeah. That's the best way to learn.
Yeah. For some reason we're getting a lot of static on this end, I think, from the Bluetooth. I think we're going to call it there, Jenny. So,
Okay, I just have one more request of Ron at some point in the future. I would like to see him write one of his stories from the point of view of his haunt character.
Oh my. One of my stories from the point of view of my haunt character, like one of the stories in my book, or what? Or like a haunting story?
I would like a story from the point of view of your haunt character. I don't care what you do with it after I get to see it. It's up to you. I would like you to write it and possibly read it on the society.
Oh, wow. I'll have to give that some thought, Jenny. That's a big ask. I've never really thought about that before, trying to write from the perspective of Nurse Inya.
Well, it doesn't have to be Inya. It could be any other character you've created.
I suppose that's possible. Buford is the only other one that has an in-depth backstory. I think I could probably pull that off. Nurse Inya is more of a mentality than a backstory, and she's pretty easy to drop into. Buford has a developed backstory, so it would be easy to write his story from his point of view. Right. And yet, I'd have to think about.
Well, you said he had that one character that you work on.
Which one?
The brother of Buford or whatever it was.
Oh, Enos. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Buford is a developed character. He has a backstory, but Buford has a brother named Enos Cletus, that Buford carries on a conversation with. But here's the thing. Enos does not actually exist.
Oh, hold on, where are those? I got this guy right in my ass.
Venus does not actually exist. I don't know if you can hear us.
I don't know if you can hear us. We're gonna pop out.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice meeting you. Great seeing you again, Ron.
Yeah,
can't
we're losing
understand
you.
It's interfering with the Bluetooth. It's kind of hard to hear you.
Yeah. This guy behind us.
Let me turn the Bluetooth off.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can.
All right, let me see. Well, I turned the volume up. I don't know why I can't hear her.
Did you turn your Bluetooth
Can
off?
you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
Hello? Nursey nurse.
I can't. I mean, I know you're there. I can hear you. I just can't hear you.
Mwah.
I don't know if it's going to give me an option to change the output settings. Let's see. Audio. That's the mic. It doesn't give me an option to change speakers. So no.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we shall end it here. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you have enjoyed the conversation. And stay spooky. Find a haunt and go see it. And don't ever stop watching horror movies. And please read. And have a great night. Bye.
Greetings and Shabibans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Reductibus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Door King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brick.
You can listen to Retro Reductibus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.